Swedish studio Frictional Games is engineered not only in the horror Amnesia the Bunker. The team creative director Fredrik Olsson told DualShockers in an interview that a fairly large-scale SOMA-inspired project is also in production. That is, it will also be full of fall, sports or philosophical missing. That game posed a lot of questions for the player. What makes us think that we are not dreaming about everything that's going on around us? Maybe the other people and living beings are just soulless made up by our own conclusion properties. They exist normally in souls, so we need to believe that all other players just like us, and here with the reason and feeling. The game deals with the problem of the coping of the mind and existence on the electronic medium. The problem is that if your ears look at the world with a program that can store anything, compare, collocate, execute commands, how can it be conclusion? That's only what SOMA what about, and it's about the same spirit in which legacy will evolve. At one time, SOMA provided to Iran's auto attacks a large audience and remained financially unprofitable for a long time. But sales have shown stability, and now SOMA is considered more than a success. Hello, with you ViGames, let's begin! Hogwarts Legacy hasn't been realized yet, but it already has over a quartet of a million simulator players on Steam. Apparently, pre-orders are huge, and the analysts who predicted the Hogwarts Legacy will be the best-selling novelty of 2023 may be right. With a full release on February 10, online should grow and earnest. Hogwarts Legacy Early Access on PC and Steam and the Epic Games Store, as well as the PS5 and Xbox Series. Ahead of the full launch, the game received high praise in the press on beat Cyberpunk 2077's viewership score on Twitch. Video games do not affect the mental development of children under the age of 11 years. That was the conclusion researched by University of Houston researchers who published their study of the Journal of Media Psychology. According to Zed Jen, associate professor of curriculum and a member of the research group, a children can play as long as he or she wants, several hours a day, and there will be not decide on cognitive abilities. To reach their conclusion, the science studied the gaming of elementary school students under the age of 11. These children spent an average of 2.5 hours each day playing video game, and some spent hours each day. The children's mental abilities were tested by the Objective Cognitive Ability Test 7, whereas previously mental ability testing resulted of either self-reports of school grades. The results show no direct line between video games and cognitive performance despite what was previously assumed, the researchers said. On the other hand, game claimed to be education also had almost no effect on children's mental abilities. That it with children any tribe benefits accessed for pleasant emotion. Game do not burn. It in terms of mental developments a positive effect is seen in older people. In the best to keep a balance, in a possibility to play, but not to forget about the activities. Korean publisher Krafton, known for PUBG Battle Royale and the Callisto Protocol, has opened a AAA game development studio on Montreal, headed by Patrick Matey. He is a former Ubisoft employee who ran production on the Far Cry 5. Bernard Fraser, Martin Paradis, and Fredrik Olsson, who have worked on the game on the Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and the Prince of Persia franchise, among others, have joined the team. The studio's debut project will be an adaptation of the fantasy novel The Bird That Drank Tears, based on Korean culture. In September 2022, Krafton showed a concept trailer for the games and many thought that artist Jan McKine would be working on it. Krafton Montreal currently consists of 12 people. The upcoming action RPG is in early stage of production, so its release date is still unknown. This year, Krafton is going to release Tactical Strategy and Moonbreaker, which is beginning development by Unknown Worlds Entertainment Studio, which created very popular Symbioral survival game Subnautica. The game is currently easy access. Ubisoft had chosen as an unusual way to combat toxic behavior in-game. The company has entered into a first of its kind agreement with the Northumbria Police, a region of the United Kingdom. First police office will be a police Ubisoft team dealing with player supports and complaining about their behavior. Secondly, in case of emergency, Ubisoft employees will be able to quickly transfer data about the equipment to the police. Publisher Respawn's promised the contract the police only have a person's life at their token or the health can be seriously harmed. However, the company did not describe the specific situation when the police can be killed. The company's specialists handle a large number of inclusions, so a practical this pretty means that the police are conducted several teams a month. In Ubisoft, they hope that with the help of police it will be possible to make a safe police not only the company game, but also in internet as a whole. It's noteworthy that the agreement also used in treatment not only with the British police. As long as Ubisoft knows innovation does not lead the problems, after all, no matter how people behave in game, it should not lead the problems in real life just because live performance took so much too seriously. The development from Madhead Games Studio, together with Coach Meadow in White, their gameplay trailer of their dark sci-fi action adventure Scars Above, which was announced in mid-2021. The description of the video said that players will find a project that combines a pleasant sense of overcoming difficulties with an exciting and intricate story. The action of Scar Above takes place in a mystery alien world, the exploration of which will be their key task for the protagonist. A gained alien artifact entered Earth's orbit, gathering in an all-planet form. Earthlings sent alive from a communication team of science and engineers to study it. Of course, everything did not go a plan. The Metatron exciting transports the team to the mysterious planet outside the solar system. The main character, Dr. Kate Ward of Scars, wakes on alone among unfamiliar hostile flora and fauna, then set out to find her allergies. On the sci-fi, Scar Above is very similar to Returnal, but the RPG elements in the Madhead Games section games are completely absent. The game is intended for release on February 28, and the largest platforms are PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. On the website of concept artist Sergica, who collaborates with Capcom, we found concept art of the conclave version of Resident Evil 7. It turned out that the first version of the games was planned to send Leon Kennedy in Europe. According to the Dusk Golem insider who paid action to the arts of main characters of the game were Leon and Sherry. The characters were supposed to visit a frictional visiting of Venice and other European cities. From time to time, players supposedly have to time important disclosure-making choice in the story of Telltale game. On their basis on the concept, they made a full-fledged demo with 30 13-16 minutes, and concept the project was created no later than the year of 2013. Then Capcom decided to return to the roots of the series and restart into development of the game. Then the concept of the current version of Resident Evil 7 was born without European and a complex studio in the spirit of Telltale. On the night of February 7, the Callisto Protocol was updated. One of main innovation of the patch was an hardcore mode which increased the damage of enemies, reduction in the power of the baton stone, and reduced the change of items expendables. Additional achievements and the ability to put the games in hardcore mode on New Games Plus were also added the horror. With the release of their update, there is also a set of skins for the main character Jakob, which is included in the season pass. Among other things, the update fixed some bugs, challenged the biography, artificial intelligence, optimized the tile of Steam Desk, and improved performance what terrain tracked in Enable. Capcom is wrapping in development of the Resident Evil 4 remake, only a month and a half late until the game's release. Already mentioned in the issue, insider Das Golem, who specialized in the company's games, talk about what they expect from the remake and what concept will appear there. Some parts of the original game, he said, have been great, altered and reimagined. That's not to say that something has been cut from the remake, but there are things that have moved in a new direction or have been replaced with something new. The remake will definitely have Jake Crowder and their Iceland location. The walkthrough will be about as long as it took to complete the original game. The updated Resident Evil 4 includes the additional separate voice about Ada Wong. The dead dog from the very beginning of the game is especially as a desktop character, and it was pointed out that nothing has yet been heard about concept for PlayStation VR 2nd. In addition, Das Golem complained on the range shown in the leaked gameplay video and asked by many fans. The insider is sure that Capcom knows how player retiles to the effect, but does know if Capcom will be anything about it. Resident Evil 4 will be released on March 24, 2024. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to channel.